What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to tonight's Anfield Agenda late night news roundup, where we're going to summarise some of the topics we discussed in tonight's late night agenda, but we've saved back 3 or 4 very interesting stories just for this video. So we're going to be discussing Liverpool's interest in Antoine Semenyo, a possible destination for Darwin Núñez that isn't Saudi. Diogo Jota could be departing the club, and we've a bit on that as well, and lots more to come over the next few minutes. Arne Slot's rebuild is starting to take shape, and we're going to give you the very latest. So, you know the score. We want to know your thoughts. Let us know in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, please do drop a like on it, and of course, we would love you to hit that subscribe button. A little bit of a heads up for our live show as well. The ticket updates came in this morning, and they're absolutely flying. So if you would like to come along and see us, either May 25th at the Hot Water Comedy Club or May 28th also at the Hot Water Comedy Club, both Blackstock Market, Liverpool. You can get your tickets with that QR code on the screen. Tickets are priced at just £20, and it is, both of them are all ages events, so you can come along and enjoy no matter what stage in life you're at, and we very much hope to see you there. Right, let's get stuck into a little bit from Lewis Steele around Trent Alexander-Arnold and his future. So as of right now, he said nothing is officially signed regarding Trent Alexander-Arnold and his future. So that doesn't mean he's staying, doesn't mean he's definitely going, but it does mean, as we see here right now, nothing is official and he hasn't signed a contract anywhere. What you want to take from that, work away. I'm still of the mindset that I think he's going, but again, until it's confirmed, we'll all have that bit of hope. So let's talk a little bit about the summer transfer window, because loads of journalists writing today that Liverpool are going to back the manager to a big extent. And one of the players that's going to fund that will be Darwin Núñez and his departure. A bit of breaking news coming out of Spain tonight that say Atletico Madrid are favourites to sign Darwin Núñez this summer, and Nottingham Forest are also there with an interest in signing him. So look, you know what I'm going to say here. If Atleti really do want to come in to try and sign him, then I think that Liverpool have to try and get Julian Alvarez as part of that deal. So for me, if Darwin Núñez wants to go to Spain, no problem. In fact, I don't really care where he wants to go, to be honest, as long as Liverpool can recoup as much as possible for him. And interestingly, some of the speculation has been that they may only get £35 to £40 million for Darwin Núñez. So for me, those reports in Spain make sense. Atletico Madrid have been linked with him in the past. But I want to know, if you were to offer Darwin Núñez plus cash for Julian Alvarez, how much money are you going to be putting down on the table? Let me know in the comments section. Moving on now to Chris Bascom, who writes that Liverpool have been watching Antoine Semenyo closely. Now, Manchester United are another club that have been linked with Antoine Semenyo, and Bournemouth aren't going to want to lose all their big players in one window, are they? So we've been linked with Kirkes, we've been linked with Huijsen, but of course we know there's a release clause there. Antoine Semenyo is another player now, and Iraola is going to have a difficult job on his hands if he gets the heart and soul of that team ripped out in one transfer window. So I'm going to say that he's probably going to be the one that they're going to fight hardest to keep. Rumours of about £70 million being mentioned as a price tag, and I've got to say, as much as he has impressed me at times this season, I don't think £70 million would be an astute number for Liverpool to put out there to buy Antoine Semenyo. I think there are probably other options that we could look to, and I don't think that that price tag is one that Liverpool would look on favourably. But this is just one man's opinion. What we know for certain, or at least according to Chris Bascom, is that Liverpool have been watching Semenyo closely. Whether that results in Liverpool making a bid or not, I guess that remains to be seen. But let me know your thoughts on that one. Where do you think he ends up if indeed he does leave Bournemouth? Now let's move on to Piero Hincapié, somebody who we haven't spoken about for a while, but what we do know now, thanks to Florian Plettenberg, is the release clause and when it's valid. So he writes, Piero Hincapié has a €60 million, which is about £52 million, I think, there or thereabouts, release clause, and it is valid this summer. So will he maybe go to Real Madrid with Xabi Alonso? Because Fabrizio Romano confirmed that Carlo Ancelotti has reached an agreement to become the next Brazil manager from June. So let's wait and see on this one. But Hincapié is a name that's been linked in the past. We know he usually plays left side of a back three, can play left back, can play left centre back, can play left inside in the back three, as I've mentioned. Haven't seen too much really about Liverpool being strongly interested in him over recent weeks, but the interest does go back a year or so. Whether that was more because we thought maybe a manager the likes of Ruben Amorim or Xabi Alonso or somebody who likes to utilise a back three was coming in, I don't know if the interest remains. But what we now know is €60 million is the number, and the release clause is valid this summer. So I want to move on to speak about Diogo Jota for a second, because lots of talk of Luis Diaz moving on, but there wasn't really a whole lot of stuff around Diogo. There was some stories linking him with a move to maybe Newcastle, back to Wolves, and a couple of other clubs, I think, around Europe as well. But this one here is interesting because Chris Bascom again writes, Saudi clubs are thought to be considering a move for Diogo Jota. Personally, I would rather sell Diogo and Darwin than Darwin and Diaz, but I don't know what's going to happen with Diaz's future. Let me know what you guys think on this one. And what would a fair price tag be for Diogo Jota? You know, we do need to keep in mind the fact that he isn't able to play really 10 or 15 games without picking up a knock. His form in the latter part of the season hasn't been great. He's been a very good servant for the football club, don't get me wrong, and absolutely love Diogo. But I do think if the right offer came in, we could improve in that area. And I don't say that lightly, by the way, because Diogo Jota is a natural finisher, but he is getting on. Liverpool are trying to rebuild a little bit in the mould and the style of forwards that Arne Slot wants. So for me, if you could bring in something 40, 45 million pound like that for Diogo, I think I'd take it. Let me know what you guys think on that one. And I also want to know your thoughts on the Trent situation, because as I mentioned, we ran a poll last night and 53% of people felt that they still think that Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to depart Liverpool. 47% think he's going to stay. I wonder what the conversation was with John W. Henry yesterday. We've seen some lip-reading experts, shall we say, trying to make out like what they were saying. I still feel like Trent is off, but let me know if you think differently in the comment section. And let me know when you think we're going to find out about it as well, because we're all anxiously awaiting news on that. And speaking about anxiously awaiting news, Liverpool have also confirmed the parade that is now locked in for May 26th, as we believe. Paul Joyce posted about this one to give exact details, and let me quickly read it out to you. A lot of people have been inquiring about this one. So Paul Joyce said, Liverpool will have a victory parade for the club's 20th title success in the city on Bank Holiday Monday, May 26th. It will begin at 2:30 at Allerton Maze and finish at Blundell Street, and is expected to last between 3 and 5 hours. So if you want to make your way to Liverpool, it is on the Monday, the day after the last game of the season. Expected to last between 3 to 5 hours. Starts at 2:30 on Allerton Maze and finishes on Blundell Street. So my friends, that is it from me tonight. There will be a couple of news videos out tomorrow, but we won't have a late night agenda tomorrow, as we're going to take the night off. We will see you back here on Wednesday for a live stream. But as I mentioned, the 2 videos will be up there tomorrow. And me being a man of my word, there's a short up on the YouTube channel of me eating the broccoli as promised. If you don't know what it's all about, don't worry. But those of you that do know, as I said, I am a man of my word and it's up there. We'll talk to you soon. Much love, my friends. Bye-bye.